Good morning everyone, and welcome to the International Pub News. I'm your host, Single-Malt, and this is Whiskey O'Clock. In today's program, we'd like to start with the exquisite news of Vulcania Island opening, and it will stay so until the 17th of September. If your first thought upon hearing this is I've already done it, nobody likes you. News just in. Our correspondent from Texas, Jay from Shadow, informs us now of a repeatable quest that can be done once a week and can net 200,000 karmas. Outstanding. On lighter news, the previous host has been fired due to massive incompetence. He forgot to record the audio and turned up to the job in pyjamas and whatever the hell that thing is. Toxicology reports also have found some traces of blood in his whiskey system. Moving on. Some time ago, we had Farmer Rushers and Dungeon Rusher events, and to celebrate its 20 years, Ankama has announced a mega event that combines both. A Monster Rusher to commemorate 6 of the first mangas released, which I couldn't get my hands on since the damn thing is sold out. During this event, every month for an entire week, you can enter the dungeon, beat the boss, for a guaranteed chance to drop one of these sick puppies. One of these aesthetically pleasing shields. If you wish to know more and be notified when they happen, we've entered all of the information in the event tab of the place Julian Assange wishes he was held captive instead of the Ecuadorian embassy, the Dofus International Pub. Links in the description. In completely unrelated news, a shocking event saw 4 tons of plastic wash up in the shores of Morocco, specifically in the capital Rabat. The plastic in question. Reports speak of 200,000 people attending her performance in the legendary Mawazine concert. How can one stay sober with all this shit? And last, in today's program, yet another corrective everybody expected, yet nobody asked for. The ladders now function again, especially the one to do with dreams. So enjoy that one while it lasts, Esslix. Some old accounts that were unable to log in due to a certain bug that only affected them has now been corrected. News about monster updates next. The Black Scarleaf spell that reduces MP now has been corrected to reduce up to 10 dodgeable MPs instead of 6. Warcat, the health points of the summon in dreams have been corrected now. The Dragonoid and Kickroach now can no longer teleport and be the nuisance that they usually are when they're gravitated. Hooray. Minotaur's Throne Tofu now have their HP corrected in dreams. They no longer have 3.5 billion HP and can now be killed rather easily. Wawobot's Nightmare. Every ally that gets pushback damage 4 times automatically dies. Previously, the state were stacking one next to the other, so you would see number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the character dies upon the last pushback damage affected. Now, the first number updates when they receive pushback damage, reducing the amount of space that is used. The Criminal set, which is the IOPS class set, now properly reflects the set bonus where it adds heals instead of power. This has been fixed now. A couple of exciting news for achievements. Talkasha special is no longer bugged. Whenever a mob is resuscitated twice, the special fails. On the other side of the island, Carnosaurus now, the timer for the special achievement starts in turn 2 rather than turn 1. So many people will be pleased to know that that has also been fixed. The Ekaflip and Sedida have had walls of updates, which I will not get into because of my own incompetence. The Feka, we complained about it thoroughly last week in the pub news. Ankama listened. Stilbo now has a 17% increase in damage to reflect the fact that you can only use it once per turn. Anitroff saw a couple of changes. The first one is Decadence has been brought back to 2 AP now. And the other one is 4 of the spells that have an extra effect that can be used in conjunction with reduction have now been increased from 3 AP to 4 AP, just to reflect how strong those spells are right now. And lastly, the Foggernaut. The main change is Capstan. The strength spell has now been changed to only be usable once per turn. But in order to make up for the sad fog remains, they have increased the chances of it critting, but also increased the overall damage substantially. Vapor, Turbine, and Sabotage have now gained the ability to restore the AP to the caster if the turret is within the area of effect. Speaking of sabotage, the spell has had an extra effect whereby distance no longer reduces the total damage output, but to compensate for that, the total damage at every single threshold of level has been slightly decreased. It also restores the AP as we've said earlier. On to the local pub news. The least effective class has proven to be even less effective than we've expected. A new feature has been added to the class, which means whenever you have it as part of your team, you no longer have the ability to drop dream chests from doing dreams. Moving on. With the recent influx of Americans into the Discord server, the international pub, link is in the description, we have decided to upgrade to the real units of measures, meter and kilometers and liters, and moved away from feet. Not because meters are superior as a unit of measure and universally recognized, and also this units used in science and everything else, but it is due to one confused Discord member that kept mistaking the word feet as a unit of measure to take that to mean people are requesting feet pics. We had to ban him. We're sad to see Gluto go. News in just now from Central Europe. Esslix is complaining that the weather is too cold in the Netherlands. But also his girlfriend as well. He chalks that down to the fact that he's streaming a lot recently and so they don't talk as much. I think he just needs the newer model that lets you put hot water inside of it and lets it be warm for longer. Yes, the joke is nobody believes he does actually have a girlfriend, because we're talking about the same person that has posted this image in the pet channel. And last on the news of the international pub, we have now solved for the eternal problem of where is the portal position. We no longer need to ask that question internally. Thanks to the superior Queenie sister, now we have the ability to see where the portal positions are in real time. For 3 servers without any user input. Yes, you heard that right. Link is in the description if you want to join. And lastly, at the international pub, the whole country of Brazil has recently announced that it has run out of neon. This national crisis happened immediately after Golden Spirit reached max achievements on 6 accounts, thereby using all of the national stash of neon to decorate his screenshots. The country is in turmoil and we hope they recover very soon. Thank you ever so much for watching. Single-Malt. Catch you on the next one. Peace.